Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gift Genius TV. I'm your host, Mr. Phil. Today, I want to be talking about the future and that the future belongs to those who work together. Now, you see, one of the things that I notice with a lot of people in the UK, even in Africa, is honestly, if we're going to be honest with ourselves, we only seek to succeed alone. We only seek to work hard so that we are okay. Our efforts, our strategies, our outlook, our tastes, everything is geared towards us working towards our own success. And we think that that is the best way to go. The issue only comes to front when we see that in a situation where everyone else has that same kind of outlook, then you're in a situation where nothing happens. Let me give you an example. Say you're someone that is dreaming of opening a restaurant. You're thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to open a restaurant. And that restaurant is going to be so good. And that restaurant, everybody's going to come. And we're going to cook good food. And in this restaurant, because I've got my mom, my sister, my auntie, my friend that cooks really good, and he's gonna be in the kitchen, and I'm gonna be, in the shop front, and I'm gonna be welcoming customers, and our restaurant is just gonna be so great because we've got a restaurant. Excellent. Now, in that situation, you've got another person that knows you and you know them. And they're thinking, you know what? I want to go into properties. I want to build houses. I want to basically be someone that has many properties that can rent out to people, and it's going to be so good. They're going to be paying me rent every month, and I'm going to be making so much money. Now, what usually happens, and I can go on with so many examples, someone else could say, you know what? I'm going to open myself a supermarket where people will just come, and I'm going to stock it, and it's going to be the best supermarket in town. So let's use those three examples. The first one is someone that is opening a restaurant. The second one that is someone that is looking to go into property. The third one is someone that is looking to go into supermarkets. Okay. Now, what usually happens is that if these three people get together, the moment the guy that is thinking of opening a restaurant starts talking about his plans for a restaurant, the guy that is thinking about property switches off already. He has stopped listening. He's not interested. Because he's not interested in restaurants. And the restaurant guy that's talking about restaurant, he's got nothing to gain or lose by, him talking about his restaurant and him listening. He wants to go into property. So what's it got to do with restaurants? Now, the guy that is into supermarkets, once he starts talking about, I'm going to open my supermarket and everything, the other two stop listening straight away. They're not interested. They're not interested because what has, my restaurant got to do with your supermarket? And we keep on doing that. I can go on and on with this kind of example over and over again with so many things. Maybe someone is an architect, someone is an engineer, someone is a doctor. Everyone is not interested in what anyone else is doing, especially in the Black community. We're just interested in, as long as my restaurant is successful, that's all that matters. As long as my property portfolio is successful, that's all that matters. As long as my supermarket is successful, that's all that matters. And that is where we shoot ourselves in the foot, and that is where we destroy ourselves. Again, this is Gift Genius TV. Just in case you're, joining us for the first time. And we're about empowering ourselves with information that will change our lives. And this is one of the information that will change lives. This kind of information is not taught in universities. It's not taught in churches. It's not touched anywhere. The only place you will find this kind of information is in Give Genius TV. Now, let me break it down further for you. Let me bring it all down. Let me bring it all together for you guys. What should happen is this. That restaurant guy should understand that it is in his own interest to be interested in the success of the guy that is into properties. And that guy that is looking to open a restaurant should understand that it is in the interest that he should be interested in the success of the guy that is trying to open the supermarket. Everything is linked, but they don't know it. So what they do is that they don't work together and they don't support each other. So now the guy that wanted to open a restaurant, he starts the restaurant. And by him starting the restaurant, he notices that nobody's coming now. He's had the grand opening. Everyone, knows about this restaurant, but nobody's walking through the doors. Then he starts wondering, why aren't people coming to my restaurant? Now, the guy that is into properties, he's realizing that he wants to get into properties, but the entry, the capital, is not forthcoming. He can't find capital anywhere. He needs huge amount of money. He needs support. And it looks left and right, and there's nobody to support him. Now the guy that is running the supermarket, he realizes that he's on his own because other people seem to have the funds and the capital and everything to stock their supermarket better than him. He's on his own. He's going to banks, he's going to this, and they're all offering him loans with killer interest, with murderous interest rates, because he's on his own. And then we now wonder why we don't succeed in our community. And it's because of this selfish outlook that we all have. If we're honest about it, we don't even think that we should be concerned about the success of others. And that is where Give Genius is different. Give Genius is all. Hear me? Listen to what I'm saying. Give Genius is all about all of us succeeding together. Because if we don't succeed together, none of us will succeed at anything. Oh, but Mr. Phil, what about Oprah? What about Mr. Obama? What about them? What about them? What about them? Which part of Obama's success is reflecting in your life monetarily? Which part of Oprah's life is and money is reflecting in your day-to-day life? Which part? So we realize that yes, we can have singular success as much as we want. We can have multi-millionaires in our community as much as we want. But as long as this is not a collective effort, it will have absolutely no impact. Now, let me tell you another thing. Obama, Beyonce, Oprah, and the likes, they better be careful. Not from us. They better be careful because they are on their own, and the white community and other communities in the world know that. The Jewish community know that. They can take them out at a snap of a finger. Just like that. They can take that wealth away from them because all that wealth that Oprah has is reliant on the white man's system. So Oprah better behave herself, and she better not say the wrong thing at the wrong time. She basically has to realize that with apparently she's a billionaire now, but with all that money, she is as vulnerable as anybody else. But let's flip it over. What if Oprah, as she was building, built a strong base of 1,000, 10,000 people that are wealthy and they are all connected to her? Then she will be like a tree planted with so many roots that when the wind of the white supremacist establishment blows on her, she cannot fall down. She cannot fall down because she's not reliant on just herself alone. She's reliant on thousands and thousands and thousands of people that she has built a collective network with. That is the philosophy of Give Genius. That is what we're building here, where we understand that we stand together. That way we are stronger. There's no other way. You know why? Because wealth is a team sport. It's not a solo effort. A lot of people carry on like, wealth is a solo effort. Oh, I'm just going to be okay on myself. No, you're not going to be. I'm not being negative. It's just the way things are, Now, this kind of thing that I'm talking about, not everybody is going to agree with me. And guess what? I don't want or expect everybody to agree with Mr. Phil. Go ahead and like the video. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, and that way it helps us spread the message. Okay, this message is going to be going out to Africa too. Everything I'm sharing is relevant to the African market as well. Okay, and so click like, subscribe, and refer other people to this channel, because this information is how we will empower you, empower us, and together we're going to be able to have a brighter future. And that brighter future is only going to happen because we are going to build it together. This is Mr. Phil speaking here. We are going to build it together. It doesn't happen any other way. Nobody, the Chinese is not going to come and build it for you. The Russians are not going to come and build it for you. The white supremacy establishment is not going to build it for you. If you're going to have a better future as a black community, as Africans, anywhere you are, I'm an African, I'm a black man. If I'm going to have progress, if I'm going to have security, we are going to have to build it ourselves. Nobody else. And that's how it should be. Because guess what? No other community is expecting you to come and build it for them. The Jewish community is not expecting black people to come and build things for them, protect them, to come and save them. Nobody else. How come we are the only ones waiting for other communities to come and do for us what we should be doing for ourselves? Isn't it funny? We expect everybody else to take care of us, but nobody expects us to take care of them. You know why? Because they know that nobody takes care of anybody else. So let this be an encouragement for us all to understand that the days of saying that I'm okay on my own, as long as I'm doing my own thing, as long as I'm a success, those days are gone. And even when they were here, they didn't serve us anyway. That attitude just made us weak. That attitude just made us subservient to other communities in the world. You see, I'm happy that I'm in the UK, because while I was in Nigeria, I didn't see these things as stark as I can see it now. But being in the UK, I can see it very clearly. I can see every community here, and I can see how they move. And I can see Africa and Africans. I can see how we're moving. We're moving stupid. Now we need to start moving wisely. And this is what this platform is all about. Lastly, Give Genius program allows you right now, today, to start building. All you need to do is ask the person that referred you to this channel to see the Give Genius program. There's a 5-minute video that will explain how we generate income right now. Not tomorrow, not sometime in the future, right now. How we'll build networks, how we'll build and generate and make income today. This program is operating in the UK, it's operating in Nigeria, it's operating in Gambia and in the US. So maybe leave a comment or ask the person that shared this video with you, and they will share the Give Genius program with you. On that note, this is Mr. Phil signing off and wishing you the greatest future you can ever dream of.